Welcome. You guys want to see the new one I haven't loaded yet? Let's do that because, that's how it is around here. It's part of my sacred order of foolish transparency commitments. Hello. I see the assassins have failed. Speaking of which, we have a hot new open logo visual with a controversial voiceover that I'm going to present to you as soon as it finishes loading. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Here we go.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension of not only sound and vision, but that of a hive mind, a journey into a virtual land of both shadow and substance, a place where you can embody breaking the fourth wall, whose boundaries are only limited by one's imagination. Somewhere in between agency and a rabbit hole of saving throws, welcome to the Virtually Not Alone Zone.
That was one hell of a script, I gotta say. I didn't do any of that writing or voicing or anything. I don't know. I'd like to say it's a good seed bearing fruit, maybe. Let's have some saving throws against that bullshit. You get to choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis for your savings throw. I roll it. If it's over 10, you take half damage from the mind control that follows for the rest of your day. And if not, well, everybody's susceptible to suggestion. Choose! Survivalists. 2. Probably not. May they continue to do so. Socialists with an 18. I guess you're the other part of that. 20. Lovers of wisdom. 14. Heart folks. Oh, I got your number. And it's a 2. The Indigo Kids. 17. 17 for y'all. Welcome. Is that Corey? That sometimes, but it's not spelled like that, Chad. Thank you. Oh, uncanny, he says. Uncanny. We're doing a homeroom adjunct today. And in case you didn't know, it involves...
God loves me because he sent me Grim Grizz. I know he loves me.
Now, I have to load the thumbnail from the desktop still, which is markedly inappropriate. Oh, I'm trying to load it as a video. That's not good either. Dun, 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 dun. Here it is, everybody. Oh, yes, there it, pow. The myth of the secular frame, and after which, or now, anybody wants to chill in the green room, let's do this. I have to go up to this tab and click view on the YouTubes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, your hair, bro. And then wait for chat to load. This headset. I put on this stupid chain headset. It's like something grabbing me at the back of the head the whole time. Chat still hasn't loaded. But I can see it here. Oh, look, a 2. Yeah, you're kind of in trouble. This is true. What beard? What? This one? It's hard to find good kosher beard wax around here. I bet you it's loaded now. Hey, there it is. Here's for y'all. If you come in with your devices turned off, I won't ever bring you up. If you show up with your camera on, I'll assume you want to come on. We'll do it that way. People can just chill in the private chat and whisper things to me, I suppose. If you're a member of the Shadow Cabal somehow, Oh, boy, howdy. Boy, howdy. I woke up this morning and I discovered what happened. You know how you wake up with gunk in your eye in the morning? I found out what happens when you wake up and don't find it in your eye in the morning. And it's this part of your face swells up like a balloon, and it's terrifying. Terrifying. Oh, yes, we're doing homeroom. Thanks for the reminder, Chad. This is a homeroom adjunct episode, and I'm going to be addressing some of the things that were in homeroom and correcting them where they've gone terribly astray. Remember, everybody, this is the dream catcher of optimal grip. Our delicate balance of opponent processing deal with the confusion and the law of free will. What? Oh, this is Larpgate year 3. And we're having basically open auditions for the co-host slot. Gavin has too many responsibilities, and I only have one email I can give it to. So if you're free around this time of day and want to be on a show, let's see if it works. Lenny is still fasting. I broke fast on the comment section in the Discord this morning. This is the official, like, when I'm not streaming time, or when I am streaming time. So it's the 22nd. I was supposed to wait till after dusk. Whatever. I'm gonna go through here. I'll speak it into existence so my accountability stalker can smack me with it. I'm gonna go through everything from probably Lowry to present, and like wrap up all the important bits in like a season. Like this will be the cliffhanger episode, and then we'll do the recap before the next Lenting Easter season starts. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. And now, without any further ados, we're going to go through the Jordan Peterson Kissin Constantine homeroom today from basketball. There it is, and then we can make it all big like this. And here's the first objection. Here, we'll do it there. We'll do it Mystery Science Theater. Oh, thank you, Chad. Thank you. We'll do it the MST3K way. This is 1014 in the episode.
Now they're really struggling because the word religion, of course, and the secular frame is deeply conflicted.
Apply that?
Yeah, well,
now the rub here is that the case I'm going to make against what Paul just said is going to be based in what Paul showed us, which was this.
Hard.
This is 533.
Now we realize, well, who's going to get in charge of just defining hate speech and obscene speech? And progressives said, we're going to do it. And so what they actually have done is they are imposing a kind of programmatic, hard secularism. And conservatives and Christians have seen that. They say, you know what, you're not being neutral anymore. You're really actually pushing. You're actually saying you have to keep your religion totally private.
Here's for a bonus 3 to next stream saving throws for the first person to answer the following question with the word I'm looking for. What is another way of saying keeping something private? Private, if you're keeping it private, you're also keeping it blank. And the first person to answer that question will get the fancy pants +3 to next saves. Welcome to Virtually Not Alone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's a hoodie that doesn't look like this for sale in the descriptions.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room?
I want to cast magic
Right.
missile.
But you could be. The link's at the top, right?
He hasn't cast anything yet.
I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missile.
Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Okay, so despite the fact that I've pinned the StreamYard link, oh, confidential, that's the best answer so far. Still not what I'm looking for. Heart, green heart, no magic. No, well, keep it private, keep it green heart, maybe, but that's too deep level code. I'm talking, the word I'm looking for is more, or yes, it is a more Orwellian word, but that's not really it either. Oh, okay. What's another way of saying keep it secret, keep it safe? That's your bonus hint. We're still fishing for a word for the +3. That's close. All right. I should just say it, right?
Well, howdy, Rascal.
All right. The winning word that we were looking for is hidden. Hidden was the winning word. Oh, really? And with it, just when I, like, I know you guys are like 6 seconds behind, but really nabbed the +3. Oh, and Paul coming in right behind them. You can have +2, Paul, and then, +3 for being Paul. Not copyright striking me. There. You get +10 for not copyright striking me, Paul. But remember, he said,
not being secularism. And conservatives and Christians have seen that. They say, you know what, you're not being neutral anymore. You're really actually pushing. You're actually saying you have to keep your religion totally private.
Now, if private can also be construed as hidden, and hidden is a fancy way for saying occult, and you've seen this part from Chad the other day.
Many of the most influential founding fathers weren't Christians at all. They were atheists and deists. And just like a lot of politicians do today, they only use the facade of Christianity to garner the support of their constituents.
Is you
in
ain't.
Secret, they were Freemasons and even members of literal underground sex clubs.
The Hellfire Club?
Some even believe that at least part of the reason they fought so hard for religious freedom here in the U.S. was so they could conduct these religious practices in a more open and public way.
You can have whatever religion you want, guys, but you have to keep it a cult. What? What, dude, are you just babbling at me?
Burst out into the world and continued telling this story. However, because their languages were now different from one another, even though the characters remained the same, their names changed. So getting back to Frigga, or Freya, who is also Venus. Frigga was the goddess of fertility and was married to Odin, god of the dead.
Dr. Evil, several years ago we invested in a small Seattle-based coffee company. Today, Starbucks.
Hey, somebody asked me about the God Mask. I'll tell you first that it's a Substack piece that's an insert from the Paintball for Jesus book, because it's the first thing I've written for the Paintball for Jesus book, so I'm inserting it into the book that's being created. What is the God Mask? It's this mask that a kid gets during the initiation ritual into manhood, which has been robbed from everybody who wasn't a Mason or a religious person. The rite of passage into adulthood. And on the inside of the mask, there are 4 phrases inscribed, which you can deduce from the insert written on the Substack. And the first phrase is, "This is a PvP server." I don't know if you folks have ever played on video games where there's PvP and non-PvP, but they'll have like towns where there's no PvP for everybody to talk to, like in the auction houses and such. But the server overall is either player versus player, or you can't, like, you're physically constrained from hurting the other people. And the one we are on is a PvP server. Another fancy way of saying it is life is a participatory grift. We eat, we feed off each other. And then there's 3 other ones that are really cool too, but let's not talk about those so you have a reason to go read that thing. Here's some more branding. Chad, your hypno ones are so rough, man. Remember. We want. Yeah, I can't do a whole minute of that, man. 13 to 14 seconds is about all I got. Is nobody going to click the link? And that's the present. That was the whole, my whole case there for the whole the myth of the secular frame and the little adjunct piece I had for see, I looked it up and everything. I guess we'll do a secret message segment. Okay, Miriam, where are you? You're not even there. Miriam, say it for me.
Adjunct.
And it means something joined or added to another thing, but not essentially a part of it. So I'm adding this to Pastor Paul's homeroom, and that was the myth of the secular frame segment that you just missed if you're just getting it. But we're at the whatever. I always put my hand up to cover the screen. Yeah, I don't blame you. See, she's got the wisdom, folks. She's got the wisdom. Everyone loved it. I don't know what. So Chad got a bunch of likes. Like, you're welcome. Oh, Guile says, at class, thank you for your defense against the dark arts session, as usual. Yeah, that's apparently what I'm LARPing. So feed me your favorite Snape memes, and I'll try to embody them for you. Because that's the quiet one. I'd have to say it. Do this one. Remember, embody.
There is no agency. We want
what's best. Now, the normal protocol is for us to go 7 days before getting a new secret message. But since the word of the day was rectify, when I went to go look up adjunct, I figured it's probably worth a run through today as well.
Rectify.
To rectify means to correct something that is wrong. My apology video was actually more a rectification, right?
Rectify.
Okay, and then onerous. That's familiar.
Onerous.
It means involving, imposing, or constituting a burden. It's a pain in the ass. If it's
onerous.
And then prerogative, that you can choose what that means, right?
Prerogative.
It's your right or privilege, and especially refers to a special right or privilege that some people have. Then cleave, and then impromptu, and then anachronism. Yeah, see, this is the other one. But I was poking around, and we missed this from February 13th.
Magniloquent.
And magniloquent describes language that is intended to sound very impressive and important, or a person who uses such language.
Magniloquent.
And I think that's the word I was looking for in that other stream one day. Once upon a time. I usually have clip fodder to play you. In this case, I will just dive into the reaping room and the clip stream and run this from our Reaper Linlavoy. Here, Miriam.
Talk about that a lot in your videos. What, like, for people that are watching right now, maybe not heard of you before or seen you for the first time?
Yeah, so I don't I just kind of live below my means, you know. I don't have a fancy vehicle. I don't have a fancy house. I'm actually sitting in my boyfriend's house right now. I have an old crusty mill house, you know, like, that I've been in and out of since college, but it was my grandparents. They worked at the Opelika mill here in Opelika, Alabama for ever. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Norma Ray, but it was filmed there. But yeah, so I mean, I just come from simple folks, and that's kind of it's more, I guess, important to me to collect memories than stuff, you know. So I've just never really cared a whole lot about stuff.
I think that was the pivotal bit. And here's one from the reaping room itself. Brought to us by
that concept,
but
and so
mostly not working.
it was very difficult for me to understand the idea of an altruistic God. It was very difficult for me to accept that. It was very difficult for me to look at the evil in the world and think that such an altruistic being could exist. It was very difficult for then of course I liked the way I was living and didn't want to change, as you just pointed out. And then I realized there's a missing component in all of this. We're all very anxious to question God's character. When do we start questioning our own? When does the questioning of our character begin? And then you have to ask, well, who among us has the wherewithal to judge one another's character? Are you perfect? You, I'm not. So then we all realize no one's perfect, so no one can judge our character.
Oh, that was me saying it was a reaction video.
So guess then what we don't have any more of? Character. No one's held accountable for anything. And so you have this systemic societal collapse, and that becomes a feedback loop. And that's where we are now. And that's why I said we need.
Now, I know y'all's corner people, so just so you're clear, a feedback loop is how normies say reciprocal narrowing. Reciprocal narrowing. Oh yes, the Rad and Chad convo hidden way over on Raj's tiny little channel. But guess what? If I dig it up and play it, then I can use the fancy tag and put his. Why is Discord not in this tab? What's the matter with you? Over in the town square, brought to us by who brought it to me? Bart brought it. Guile brought it. One of those two. Fuck you, Bart. Pick a name. And here's a random sampling from that.
To aim at. And they knew that calling them rules would never work, because how are you going to do that anyways?
Yeah.
You know,
rules are enforceable.
Right. So, there's all sorts of other ones here. I'll just go quick down them real quick. 6, an AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA names to any related facility or outside enterprise.
Oh, really, Neutrino? Was it the one Grim and Raj recorded? Because I got to tell you, I think he's one of the 8. Because, Johnny Quest, right? Right? Oh, yeah. Does anybody do community tabs?
Enterprise, less problems of money, property, and prestige diverts from our primary purpose. 8, Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. So, I'm not going to sell the steps to somebody, right? There are people who work in the field of alcoholism and drug rehabs and stuff like that. Some of them are even members. I'm going to meetings. I'm, doing well in life. I'm treating people good. I'm seeking God. Like, what is the deal? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, it happens because you're alcoholic. That's why we do this. Because you don't know what you're going to look like the day that.
Have I not? Dr. Lenny Time asks, can you interview Haji from Johnny Quest? And is he not the guy on the screen next to Chad? Man. I mean, I hope he's not offended by that, but if he is, he'll just kill us with his sword. Kill us with. Oh, we're talking about the corrupted Adult Swim versions, I think. C-Lab 20. No, I actually got the cartoons. Quit lying. There was a Cartoon Network. Okay, what else? I don't know if there's any Christians in the audience, the lovers of Jesus and stuff. But if they are, you might want to know that according to Wikipedia, today is the date of Ash Wednesday. Apparently, if you're one of them, it's a day of prayer and fasting in many Western Christian denominations. Apparently, yesterday was Shrove Tuesday, no wonder they had pancakes at the Episcopalian place, as I described in my last night's stream. Anyway, so it's a thing you're supposed to fan. I think they had that one guy make a movie about giving up casual sex for Lent. If you want to watch that, so it's like 40 days till Easter, 6 weeks of purging yourself before woohoo, or whatever. In case you want to know, and you're one of them Christian people, there's that. So nobody came and played in the studio, and I think, there is the one more thing. I have one more bit, and then otherwise it's over. When I went and was breaking the tobacco fast at the convenience store today, once they have your phone number, if you report to them every time you're in there buying something, they do things like give you a free can of coffee. She said it was a free coffee, and I wasn't interested. And then she bothered me into it. So I put the number in to make sure it worked because it's not my number anymore. And then she ran and got this from the refrigerator. And I wanted to go over the list of ingredients in this thing they gave me for free for participating in their thing. Colombian coffee. Oh, first, it's it's a veteran owned. It's branded as being veteran owned. So now you can shop your political values, which is really late in coming. They should have learned from Star Wars merchandising. And let's see, non-fat ultra filtered milk. What the fuck? I mean, what is ultra filtered milk? Let's find out together on a knowledge quest. Oh, internet, tell me, what is ultra filtered milk? Question mark. Dan. See, somebody with Chat GPT, or actually better yet, with Dan access, you come on as the co-host. You don't have to write your own script. Let Dan do it. It'll be the flesh, like in the movie Her, that whore. She gets to be her for him, and I'm not bringing you on at that line. Here's some ultra filtered milk. Here's some ultra filtered milk. Share screen, Brave tab. Select the tab, go. Aha! We've already used Wikipedia too much. Let's ask the spruceeats.com. No, wait, let's deep dive research, everybody. Let's see what Reddit has to say about it. That's the second place they send people. Is ultra filtered milk worth buying? What is bcdairy.cat? They should have to tell us, right? What is ultra filtered milk? Ultra filtered milk starts with real milk, but through filtration can change the milk to decrease the lactose or increase the protein. How does this happen? Oh, okay, so that they sterilize the bejesus out of the milk, and then what next do we have? Sugar. Medium chain triglycerides. Oh, I bet you that'll be fun. Wait. Maybe we have an expert who already knows about medium chain triglycerides, or maybe not. Do you have anything for medium chain triglycerides?
No, I am drinking kefir though.
Kefir. What is kefir? Tell us.
Kefir is a milk, fermented milk product that has like a gazillion probiotics in it.
So the opposite of ultra filtered.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think it has something to do. It comes from the Russians. There's a cool story about a princess getting kidnapped because this stuff was so expensive. They held her for ransom.
Her milkshake brought all the boys to the yard.
Technically. You didn't hear from me.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Here's the call. Hey, Scott.
No, it's good stuff. I add agave to it to make it less milky.
Cuts down the milkiness. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Any ascorbic acid in there? How about carrageenan?
Nope.
No.
No carrageenan. Right. Sorry to disappoint.
See, I'm debating like I should like Wesley from the Princess Bride. I should build up my immunity to all these poisons. So I'm thinking I'm going to do it. I should at least taste it, right? This is from the politically correct veteran owned. You think the veterans would make sure what they were giving us was fucking healthy? Here it goes. Cheers.
Bottoms up.
As if scientists had studied what supernormal stimuli is for a tongue and put it in the can. That's tasty stuff. It's not my I bet you after a solid fast that would actually taste like poison.
Probably. Also, your body probably would react really badly to that after a fast. It's very important what you break your fast with. You could ruin the whole effects of the fast just by breaking it with some really crappy stuff.
Or like actually hurt yourself depending on how long you've been fasting.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of fasting. Have you heard of the autophagy stuff?
Not with that big word.
Autophagy is like this thing that your body goes into this state after how many hours of fasting? 24, 48?
I would say at least 36. But and is
Something
that where it eats the bad? Like it's like, oh, we're starving to death. We have to eat something. How about the cancer cells and shit, bro?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And then it starts the regeneration of like nice, good, healthy cells. I always feel really good after I do that for a couple days. It's nice.
Did you know there's a thing called Anachino 23 where you can be in a campground with me if you're willing to go to California, that place with the bear? It's in May, and you can support our comfort at the link in the description.
Very exciting. It's really cool to see everything coming together.
It's like autophagy is what we just talked about. Like this?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the spelling. Probably, maybe. I don't think it's two Y's. Autophagy.
3 Y's. Have you seen the OA yet?
OA? What's that?
It's a shaping show. Like, do you allow for any terrible programming from the horrible people? Like, would you do a watch party? Because like I almost as much as Deadwood, I need to lead people through that one.
I would consider it. Depends what it is. There's certain things I would never let into my like vision and hearing. Like never. I would walk out of the room. There's some things that are fine. What does OA stand for? What is it about? And when was
Original
it
Angel?
Oh.
It's about the multiverse and such. It's so good though. We see.
Wait. Yeah.
Once upon a time, there's a guy that is kind of known around these parts. He said the words, "I'm building a symbolic army," And to this day, I've not been able to get any of his captains or generals to come over and help me do symbolic interpretations of shit. But that is one that I would like, hey, we need one of your symbolic guys for this adventuring party. Where are they? Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, speaking of symbolic, here's the OA drama series. I was hoping, I just want to put it out publicly. I want to invite Matthew Peugeot to the Israel trip. I know
you heard it on the Grim Grizz channel first. Matt Peugeot, you're invited to Israel 2024, February.
Mainly because I heard that I know very little about him, but what I do know is that he like lived or lives in a yurt. That's like
living.
Yeah, it's like circular and it's got like a skylight circle dome in the center. And he said that it has changed his experience of like living and his perception of life and everything. So I thought it would be nice to have a conversation with him. Thus, he is invited to Israel. Yeah.
End clip. Chad says, dude, you got to watch that about the OA. And I want to throw out a factual, like, personal mythology tidbit. On the day that I made the trip, which resulted in the impounding of the car, Chad released an OA video. Like the video Chad released that morning featured scenes from the OA. So that's, and like the kittens that were born last year, totally the cast of the OA. But you won't get that until you see it.
I would consider watching this.
This is like Freddie calling out the Snoop Dogg on the Freddie and Paul show. I don't think Matt Peugeot gets. Now, I gotta say, well, he probably doesn't get the YouTube in his yurt, but once upon a time, that person you referenced, Matthew Peugeot, was starting up his YouTube channel, and did a video asking for, like, what do you want me to make videos about? And so I threw at him the most thing I want symbolically interpreted from the Bible. And that's the water bearer reference. Follow the water bearer because of the astronomical significance. I want to know what the Matt Peugeot side of that is. But he, so I've made contact with him. I'm sure he read his comments and saw me. So he's probably totally gets these Pastor Paul. Shalom to you both. You and your magic words, Hazy.
Did Chazi catch my invitation? I hope so.
Hazy, scroll back and clip it for, she's inviting people to your 2024 party without
I've gone rogue.
running it through you at all.
I want to invite Matthew. I thought it would be nice to have him, Peugeot, as well as Jonathan. Jonathan
is it not pronounced Machu?
Machu? Should I call him? I can call him Machu.
I don't know. I would love the correct pronunciation. I don't know. Here's some branding.
We can go with Machu.
Apparently he's spoken on it in a clip no one brought me. So I guess there's research to be done.
How's Deadwood going?
We just witnessed the execution of one of the prime archetypes, which is, pivotal to the character development of the remaining archetypes as they cope with the influx of society on their lawless land. Or we're about to do episode 5, if you want to say it that way. There's people taking part in the discussion on the Discord, and we're getting like between 4 and 6 live attendees. Like the last time was like me running episode 3 times because we've changed this time slot from Saturday to Thursdays. Tomorrow night at 8 Central, we're getting together in a room like the one I'm in right now, because it's apparently much better than watching it on Discord, which is good because China. Hey, Gavin's here. Good to see you, Gavin. He was my co-host yesterday. He currently has the co-host powers. I need to assign to another email so that somebody other than me can highlight comments, because it's a lot of work. You want to carry us anywhere?
We should say a prayer.
Oh, I mean, not drink poison right before that.
You can make
What-
a prayer on the poison. Might help.
Just any prayer, or do you have one in mind? Cassandra.
No, I don't have anything particular in mind, but I was listening to someone named the General recently. Oh, you. Right. And you mentioned that we need more prayer here. So, hey.
Okay, yeah, because the one we got, I didn't like. So, to the extent we pray, thy will be done, but please don't make it hurt.
I would also like to thank the universe for all the myriad colors of nail polish that I'm enjoying currently.
Oh, yes, the gratitude. See,
Gratitude. Yeah. Yeah.
thanks for everything. Please don't make it hurt. Thy will be done.
Amen.
That's the prayer we have for today.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a start.
That's a good way to close, but I have to.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
Drink kefir, people. It's better for you than aspartame, whatever stuff, poison.
Don't forget, Iggy's probably going to be on a shirt soon.
Oh.
Goodbye, Ambod. Oh.
Your gut is your brain, people. You are what you eat. So keep that in mind. Yeah.
And that applies to intellectually.